Welcome to this crash course on ethical digital citizenship and online safety. I'm Lainey Rogers. I am a reading interventionist. I have my master's in literacy studies, and I also have my online teaching endorsement in the state of South Carolina. So thank you for joining me for this presentation today. Let's get into it. Please be sure to check out the links to the videos and resources that I mentioned in this presentation in the description below so that you can see all the great resources. All right, so this presentation is called Ethical Digital Citizenship and Online Safety. So you might be wondering, what is an ethical digital citizen? Well, we're all digital citizens, but to be an ethical one, we have to behave responsibly and respectfully online. We have to practice safety online. We have to take care to keep our private, personal information private and be aware of our digital footprints. We have to be careful not to cyberbully, and we need to take action if we see someone else being cyberbullied. We need to use search engines that are appropriate for us, especially children, and all of us need to be careful to evaluate websites that we're using for appropriateness and accuracy, amongst other considerations. We need to learn and know if we can trust the sites that we're reading. Ethical digital citizens are also aware of copyright and copyright laws, and they don't claim others' work as their own. This presentation will focus on a couple of aspects of being an ethical digital citizen, particularly online safety and digital footprints and cyberbullying. So firstly, our digital footprint. Well, what is it? Natalie Reyes says that a digital footprint is the impression you create on the internet through your online activity. It's the trail of data, intentional and unintentional, that you leave behind while surfing the internet. So that means your digital footprint is everything you do online. It's comments you make on YouTube, it's posts you make on Facebook, it's also the websites you visit that are collecting data about your visit that you didn't even realize. So your digital footprint can be huge if you're online a lot, and you need to be aware of that. So we all know that safety is important, but what about the digital footprint? Why does it matter? Well, things online should always be considered public and permanent. That means that they are accessible to everyone and they'll be around for quite a long time, even if you think you've deleted them. We all know there can be many dangers online, both obvious and less obvious. Our kids aren't always thinking about the future, so it's our job to remind them. Things that they do online now as kids and teenagers can come back and affect them in the future. They can hurt reputations and make it more difficult to get into college or get a quality job. As parents, teachers, and other involved and concerned adults, we need to help them realize that these things do matter. So, when should you start talking to your kids about their digital footprint and safety? The short answer is as soon as they start using online technology. Start with safety, like keeping personal information private. No one online needs to know their full name, their birthday, and where they live. As you talk to them, be sure to do it in an age-appropriate way. As they grow, talk to them about more complicated issues and more in depth. You can check out the resources on the next slides and the links in the description for some guidance about how to talk to your kids. All right, so one of my first resources is from Common Sense Media. They have ultimate guides to many technologies that kids love. That includes TikTok, Minecraft, Roblox, Google Classroom, which they may not love but have to use, Snapchat, lots of gaming programs. So you can check out that link in the description and look at those guides so you can decide what programs are right for your children. Common Sense Media also has a site called Common Sense Education, and they have digital citizenship lessons, which are made for schools, but you can also have access to them if you sign up for a free membership. So They are great lessons that you can use with your children at home. They're lessons for kindergartners through 12th grade about all kinds of aspects of digital citizenship. The 3rd through 5th grades specifically do have lessons that focus on identity and digital footprints, but there's great lessons for all school ages. This resource is one that's good to use with middle and high school students. You can see the top 10 things to think about before you post listed on one side of your screen. On the other side is a video. The link to that will be in the description. It's called Oversharing, Think Before You Post, and it's from Vocabulary and Common Sense Media. So these are pieces of advice for kids before they get involved with social media.
I might show you where I'm going, but I think before I'm posting, all my pictures have been chosen, not just posting whatever.
Here is one more resource to help teach your kids about digital footprints. Be sure to share these 12 tips with your students and visit the link to 12 tips for students to manage their digital footprints to get some ideas about how to help your kids understand more about digital footprints. Now our next topic, cyberbullying. So, what is it? Cyberbullying is like regular bullying, except it takes place in the digital space. It takes place on devices like cell phones, computers, laptops, tablets. It can include sending, posting, or sharing negative, harmful, false, or mean content about someone else. The most prevalent type of cyberbullying is posting mean comments. In 2019, the Cyberbully Research Center studied cyberbullying, and they interviewed a lot of students. They found that 37% of those students that they interviewed had experienced cyberbullying, and 15% of them said that they had been cyberbullies themselves. So it is not a tiny percentage of students that are dealing with cyberbullying, and this was back in 2019. We all know that bullying is problematic, all bullying, but cyberbullying has some special concerns. First off, it can be very persistent. With regular bullying, kids can leave school, go to a different place on the playground, or go inside to get away from a neighborhood bully. But with cyberbullying, they can't get away from it like that. They can be bullied anytime and anywhere that they have their device. Another special concern with cyberbullying is that it is permanent if it is not reported and removed. Now, this can be a plus if it is reported because people can see the evidence of the bullying, unlike some traditional bullying. But with this permanence, it can affect the reputations of those being bullied and the bullies themselves. Another concern with cyberbullying is that it can be hard to notice because it is happening on devices. Unless an adult happens to see it or a kid reports the cyberbullying, the adult may not know for a long time if they ever do. And finally, online, people can be anonymous. They can hide who they really are. This can encourage people to be more mean and to say things they would never say in real life. And then it can be hard to know who is actually doing the cyberbullying. Also online, it can be easier for people to gang up on a target, whether it's someone they know or someone they don't. When should you start talking to your kids about cyberbullying? Well, start talking to them about appropriate behavior as soon as they start using technology that connects to others. Now, that might include gaming, where they talk or text, or regular texting, social media, or chats. There are lots of great places to find resources about cyberbullying, but a great place for parents to start is with Pacer's National Bullying Prevention Center. This has ideas about how to talk to your kids about cyberbullying, how to establish online guidelines, steps to take when cyberbullying has happened, along with ideas for how parents and schools can work together to stop cyberbullying. That link is also in the description. This video from Common Sense Education called Bullying and Cyberbullying, What's the Difference? is a great one to watch with your kids. So follow the link in the description, watch this short video, and then discuss these questions. 1. What is cyberbullying? You need to know what your kids' understanding of cyberbullying is. 2. What are some things you can do if you see cyberbullying? If they're not sure, help them get some new ideas. 3. Bullying and cyberbullying are both unacceptable, but what makes cyberbullying different? NEDteachers.com and the NED shows have lots of great resources about things like growth mindset and bullying. But specifically this resource, You Can Be an Upstander, is very helpful whether you're talking to your child about traditional bullying or cyberbullying. So follow the Be an Upstander link in the description, watch the video with your child, and then discuss these questions. 1. What are the 4 ways to go from being a bystander to an upstander? An upstander is someone who takes a stand against bullying. 2. Have you seen bullying in your life? This invites your child to talk about things they have seen and experienced in the real world and in the digital space. And 3. Why is telling an adult about bullying not tattling? We always talk to our children about not tattling, things that they don't need to tattle for, but they need to understand that there are definitely times that they need to inform an adult about what is going on. The final great resource that I have to share with you today is from Pacer's National Bullying Prevention Center, and it is the Student Action Plan Against Bullying. So this is a plan where you can help your kids to make a plan for how they want to handle bullying. This plan is a great way to help kids learn how to advocate for themselves. We all love technology, and our kids are no different. So we need to remember that technology is a great tool, but our kids need to know how to use it responsibly. As their adults, their parents, their teachers, and other involved parties, it is our job to teach them how to be responsible digital citizens. As adults, we can work together as parents, teachers, and other concerned adults. And remember,
when we stand together, no one stands alone.
Thanks for learning with me in this presentation, and be sure to click on the description and check out all those links. Bye.